this will have to be a What'll Tuttle Say. I haven't done it in a while. We haven't had the actual segment, but I touched on this earlier in What's on Tap, which is the California DMV. You said that your experience with the DMV in Texas there has been fantastic. So shout out to the state government of Texas and the ability to run an efficient system or an efficient business. But so my son yesterday, he turned 16 while we were on vacation.
Nice.
Yeah, he's had his permit, ready to go. They have no appointments because of COVID. They didn't have appointments, but they are doing appointments for the driver's test. So last week he logged on and he went to all the appointments, and you know where we live. So he looked at San Clemente DMV, he looked at the Laguna Hills DMV, and he was kind of trying to figure out the appointment. They had no appointments for the next month. He found one in Riverside for yesterday.
Oh boy.
And he's like, that's great. 6 months in, I'm going to get my license. I can get it, as ASAP, as he said. Like, I'm going to get it. So my wife took him out there yesterday, took a little time off work, drove out there. It's about an hour there and back. He took the test. I mean, they had to wait in the line, so that was good. They honored the appointment. Everything was good. He passed the test. Yep, so no nerves there.
That's what we wanted to know. Yeah, he passed.
There you go. Oh, yeah.
Way to go, T.
I love it. Yeah, way to go, T. So my brother had an auto fail. I'll tell that some other time. He just did a left on a green light in front of the oncoming. Like, they just turn around and go back. This, many
You're
years
done.
ago. But that's right. You're done. Take me back. So, yeah, he passed the test. So he goes in line. And this is like, I don't know how you're supposed to figure it out. He goes back in line. He's got all his stuff. He's got his passport and a proof of ID and his birth certificate. And he's like, all right, ready to get it's 4:30 in the afternoon, Pacific Standard Time. And the guy's not speaking English very well. He goes, nope, no computers, no license today. And my son's like, I'm not even in there. My wife's not allowed in there either. COVID protocol. Like, he's in there, like, trying to, and he's like, what? And he's like, I don't understand. And the guy started doing this on his hands, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 months. And he's counting the months from when he got the permit. And the manager comes out. So this guy definitely was a little more clear-headed. And he basically said that my son made his appointment for the actual day of 6 months. It has to be 6 months completed. So it's 6 months in a day. And so I didn't know this. You seem to be nodding along. So my son
I had
took
an
full
issue with this here.
responsibility. Yeah, he's like, I'm an idiot. He's like, I should have made the appointment for the next day, although there were no appointments. So the guy said, come back, and this is during our podcast right now, 8 a.m. tomorrow morning, get in the no appointment line, and we'll issue your license. The government computer will not issue the license. He passed the test. He has all his documents, but it has to be that 24-hour clock has to click over. So part of this is on us. So, fans, you can yell at me and, the fact that I didn't know the protocols on my son.
There's no grace period here?
It's hours. Like 4:30 in the afternoon Pacific Standard, right? I mean, he's there at the DMV's closed, right? They shut that thing down at 4 instantly.
Oh, no
You're
doubt.
Just still in there.
Government time is, you're off.
Oh, yeah. So he has to go back there today to pick up his license, and you cannot go to another DMV. You have to go to that exact DMV. So I'm driving back to Riverside. I'm going to cut out some work today and be like, so it sounds like, I thought this story would be a shocker and a head shaker, but it sounds like you've experienced the same thing. It also sounds like, regardless of appointment, it sounds like this is a little known fact that hopefully, as we increase the listenership here on the Bleacher Blums podcast, anyone with a 15.5 to 16-year-old, it's got to be 6 months and 1 day.
Yep. And to Tuttle's point, that's a great story, and I am thoroughly apologetic that you have to go back into Riverside for the second appointment and back-to-back days. That's not an easy drive, number one, and it's probably going to be about 15 to 20 degrees hotter when you get into Riverside than where you're at right now. But
how long's the line going to be? That's what I'm worried about too. I'm just waiting for them to go, oh, and he's got to take the driver's test again. So anyway.
Oh, my gosh. Just start banging your head against the wall now.
Yeah.
But so I have triplets. Obviously, you know that, and everybody does too. And they got their permit. Everything went perfectly. And so during the permit time, that 6-month period where my triplets had the permit, they made the appointment on that, like Tuttle said, that 6 month and 1 day. We made an appointment for all 3 triplets to go in and get their driver's license. We forgot that Kayla had COVID earlier that year, and she didn't get her permit at the same exact time as the other two. So that's where we kind of ran into the issue. So we showed up, and they gave Ava and Audrey got their licenses. Everything was great, passed the test, everything's hunky-dory, and they keep looking at, like you said, they keep looking at the computer going, 1, 2, they're doing the math, and they go, Kayla's she can't come in for another 2 days. And we were like, son of a, but it was because of COVID. So, I mean, it wasn't, we knew the process, but we took for granted that they knew that, the 2 days on that permit were off because of COVID. But eventually she got her license. But we did have to make a second trip, just so 15
we can blame
minutes down
Kayla
the road
for that.
Yeah.
Let's blame Kayla.
Well, like
Kayla,
everything that we do this day and age, we blame COVID. So it's on COVID.
Oh, okay. There we go. Let's blame COVID. Anyway, so that's my story. And, it's not even the Riverside DMV. It's the no appointment line. It's the drive out there. It's all of this stuff in conjunction with the fact that, my son took full responsibility. He's like, you know what? I should have just, I should have made the appointment for a day later, which I don't think he had access to. But it is a little frustrating. So welcome to
life lessons in the DMV, man. A lot of it goes together.
Ooh, it does go together. My wife, this is a little aside, folks, for the listeners, but my wife said the customer service at the Riverside DMV was fantastic. Such pleasant people out there. So
well, that's good news.
No, sarcasm.
It was super duper. Well,
yeah, it was great. The greeter was awesome. Like, hey, welcome to the DMV. Go stand in this line over there. Yeah, none of that happened. Nope. Take a number.
Good to see you. Get your ass over there.
Yeah. Where do I go?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Good stuff, Tuttle.